It's very good to see your big smile. Talk us through the T-shirts as well.
This is my Team Corbs logo. It's kind of my US and UK, but US sort of consultancy group where I do coaching, scrum coaching, involved in a company called ASM Scholarships. So we're basically a placement agency for student athletes looking to get scholarships to American universities. So we sort of are a middle service that helps sort of place them in there and look after and give sort of a full bespoke sort of service there. And if anyone out there who's listening to this is actually thinking about potentially sports scholarships in America, do check out asmscholarships.com. Like, you get a free consultation. If you're a rugby player here, you'll get a free consultation, or any sportsman, with the team, and they'll tell you if you have the academics and the sport to actually apply for a scholarship, and we'll help you find the best deal for you. And it is a really nice company. Brian Habana is our South Africa ambassador. Obviously, I'm a part of it. We have Ernie Eels for golf, and hopefully Haskell, someone, will be our UK ambassador.
Well,
and blow it up for us.
That. Funny you should say that. I'd 100% do that for you. And secondly, does it matter if you've retired? Because I quite fancy a comeback with all this positivity.
NCAA rules, you can't play professional. That's the only problem. But you know, you didn't play football. So, you know, I did see you in that helmet at Denver Broncos training. You look good in it, mate.
Do you think the Americans are getting rugby for the first time?
I think it's in a good place. Obviously, COVID is uncertainty for sport everywhere, but man, it is moving forward. I've been at NBC 4 years covering it. Like, the visibility of the sport, the growth, our viewership numbers, the outreach that we're able to have, the rise of the MLR, the success of the men and women's sevens programs, the pathway to Olympic medals, the fact that women's sport in America is getting more and more support at the collegiate level with Title IX, which is all universities have to give equal sports scholarships to men and women's sports. And so if you're a big sporting school, you've got football, wrestling, basketball, there's actually more rugby scholarships for the work I do with ASM Scholarships. So we help place athletes. We do loads of other sports, but rugby specifically, there's more women's scholarships than men there. There's an Olympic medal, there's a pathway. The sport is really moving forward. And one of the things that's so positive about the MLR, still has a long way to go, a lot of things to sort of overcome and to find long-term security and viability. But it's the first time America's had private capital investment, private enterprise in investing huge amounts of cash and incentivized in growing the sport, the visibility of the sport in their area. At the first, it was always at the hands of USA Rugby. USA Rugby is trying to do the best they can. They've got huge financial woes. They've got a massive country when you compare it to the size of the RFU that they're trying to regulate and grow the sport. The fact that there's private money there that's growing academies, youth rugby, coaching, coach development, trying to basically scale up all the things we take for granted from the clubs here. Those are some of the things that give me the most hope that the sport is definitely going to trend up. That will over time transcend to the US Eagles 15s doing better. They have improved with the professionalism of the MLR. They've still got a long way to go to compete at the top levels at a World Cup, to ever sort of be in at least a point of a contender in a group stage. But all these things are trending in the right way. And if you sort of collectivize that with the fact that sort of rugby is attractive to Americans. They can sort of resonate with the sort of transition of basketball and hockey mixed with sort of the physicality of the NFL and everything. It does have a place there. I think the key things are finding windows for it in high schools, even that don't compete with football, just so kids are at least more familiar with it. So as they fall out of more D1 sports, they can come back to rugby and the transition's easier. I still think there's ways to go there, but everything is trending in the right direction. I think it's at an all-time high for me. So it gives me optimism, but at the same time, I'm a realist and don't think the nut is cracked or the wheel is complete.